Well, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. It seems like it's been forever since I've been here live with each and every one of you. How is everybody today? Oh, connection. I'm freezing. Come on. Come
No,
on.
but you're not freezing to us.
Oh, I'm not freezing on your end? Okay, well, that's a
No.
good thing because I'm frozen on my end. That's really funny.
We can see you move. You've got a lot happening, so it's taken what is a short period of time, maybe even made it longer.
Exactly. So I'm back again. I don't feel like I'm frozen in time. Now, folks.
But your hands disappear.
Let's make note. Today we'll be doing a lot of magic. So when I raise my hands, you won't see them unless I send them over this way, and then you'll see them because it's not a wall here, which is interesting. New space, so I'm trying different places out in my new space. Enough about that. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is August 1st, so it's the first day of August. And besides it being the first day of August, we have this wild, oh my God, if I chatted with one more person today to tell me that what the hell's with this energy, from my therapist to clients, everyone complaining about there's a lot of energy going on, as it should be, because we have this amazing super moon in Aquarius. And that's why Kitty and I are here today to play, to share insight with each and every one of you in regards to what is going on. So what's going to happen is our usual. I'm going to have Kitty talk a little bit about our title for today and why she and I are here to play, as I'm going to go and check and make sure we are streaming where we need to be streaming. So, Kitty, take it away.
Well, it has been a wild, it pushed my teeth in. Wild day of energy. This is a super Aquarian moon, first day of the month, opening the real gateway in this next 8 days of transformation. Today, starting with the self, values, to that 8. And oh, look, somebody's loud outside. That's just what this month is going to be, folks. Just things like that. And this Aquarian energy is really about, the full moon is always about shining the light fully on those things to let go of, to give gratitude for, and to forgive. And this is all about the revolutionary energy of how we think, our humanitarian collective brain, in the vision of what it is we are. And that's the whole point of this. Believing we are, not what we wish to be, not what we want, because we've already accomplished it. If it's under the word want, it's been accomplished as a want. So this is really about, it is, I am that I am. This is that ultimate vision of how I see myself in all of those plays in my mind, those backgrounds of what I expressly feel my soul is telling me I am. And there's a square with Pluto in our nodal axis, and that's a huge player today because that square is pretty direct. I think it was on the 28th or 29th, it was exact. And the nodal axis is what your soul's goals. So when you talk about the vision of who you are, what you want to be, if you haven't, getting yourself to seeing yourself as that, looking at this axis, this nodal axis is sparking your soul. And the North Node is in the ultimate spark of Aries. I'm unstoppable. How is my soul stepping up to make me as unstoppable as to be this person I am meant to be, or I am right now, and creating a different reality. And with the Libra piece of it, it is very much about, what have I bought into? What ways have I acted or norms have I followed that really aren't in line with my true north? What I am here to do from my soul's aspect. That's just a little piece of today. And there's several other. That's why we called it Age of Aquarius, the full moon reveal. This moon is shining light left and right for you to, with actions and things that you can go on to do and get a lot done today. I've had a day one after another, but they're done. They were meant to be done, and they're done. And it's just an amazing energy. Very, very powerful. The first of 2 supermoons this month. On the 30th, we have another supermoon. And a supermoon is just when it's closer to the earth. So it magnifies the energy.
Yes, yes. And being that we have two supermoons in the month of August, it's also known as the blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Because once in a lifetime, we get those double moons in 1 month. So this is exciting energy. And I may seem a little like maybe distracted or whatever. It's definitely not overwhelmed, but definitely distracted because I am really learning my new space, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. And this Aquarius energy, as much as I like to say it's my moon because I am Aquarius moon, woo, it is some interesting energy we have going on right now.
It's very powerful because it's about how we see and potentially see ourselves. And I laughed. We're both in a course together with Joe, the amazing Joe Mountain, and he sent us a video last night of Abraham Hicks. And basically she keeps saying, go to the light, look at the light, look at the light, look at the light. Like, just, pretty simple message. What are you looking at? What are you behaving yourself in that you can let go of and forgive? Forgive. And forgiveness is about not letting it have power over you any longer. I didn't know it back then because I didn't know it back then. Now I know it. When I know better, I do better. I love that saying. And then, of course, gratitude that, wow, I'm here. I'm very present. And look at the light, look at the light, look at the light.
Yes. And there is a lot of light. A lot of light right now, considering my background, and then I'm actually sitting literally in front of a window, and hopefully I will be changing this up a little bit so it's not so bright. And I'm glad that the sun doesn't beam directly in because that would be quite interesting as well.
Yeah.
Although it would be a fun vision if I actually set the other way. Although then we'd have the actual light beaming in that would not work at nighttime, because we'd be able to see that beautiful moon that will be shining in tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to look.
I've already got my moon water sitting out ready to be charged. Last night, it was very cool here. It got down to, even when I was outside, 57, 58 degrees, and it went down to 51 last night. So I was wrapped in a blanket, sitting in the moonlight last night, and it was, the aura around the moon kept changing. First, It was kind of Bethlehem star, and then it turned into a very giant green, light green, that opalescent green around it with the red around the outside. It was, and then I had clouds go by it. One of them looks like a dragon. It was pretty magical. And thank you, July, for the gifts you gave us.
Yes. I still can't believe we're already in August. It's like, wow, it's 8 months of the year already. Like, how the hell did that happen?
Think where you were July 1st and where you are August 1st.
Yes, quite interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
A whole new scenery.
Whole new way, whole new finding of things, direction to go. You're kind of the very physical aspect of this Age of Aquarius moon. Makes sense. It's your moon. You're kind of living it. What I have, not even new boundaries. I just don't have the boundaries. I'm limitless here. And I'm really have a whole new space, a whole new place, a whole new way I'm going to learn and think about things. And you're kind of an example of that right now. And so we're in am I correct? This is the 8th month. So today is 8/1. So that's 9 plus 7 is 16. So we're in a 7 again.
Yes, today. Yes, exactly. So when we think about those numbers, because, theoretically, as my hair is caught on something, okay, there we go. When we think about those numbers, the 8 energy in itself is about the abundance that we're about to experience throughout this entire month. Abundance and harmony, bringing that harmony into play, which is very much aligned with our South Node energy about where do we want more harmony in our lives?
Real harmony.
Yes, real harmony. Real harmony. You know what would have been really fun to distract me altogether if my nails were done, because then at least we would have seen some color.
You know, folks, if you're watching this and you hadn't seen Joanne and I before, usually she has been in front of a bright orange wall. There has been no mistaking the wall and Joanne.
Exactly.
And it's very interesting because you're very, very able to be seen. But when you put those hands back, there's something spiritual in there. They just kind of disappear, you know?
Yes.
I guess that's a real surrender. And that's part of this energy, just surrendering to what it is I am as it comes out, as it becomes part of what we are. So
exactly. So as I was saying, based on that 8 harmony energy, the 8 about when we think about letting go, transforming, and then we also have that 1. So this is really a great day for something new. What new thing can you do? How can you see something different? How can you speak different? How do you want to express yourself? How do you want to create? In that connection with creating, this is also a great time to take a moment to think and visualize that creativity and see how that can unfold into your reality. And then when we have that 2023 energy, which is that 7 energy, that is that is really about your contracts, your relationships, taking time to quiet down. And that's been the entire energy for the year and for the remaining year as well. So it's not just for now, it's not just for August. That's the energy we've been in, about quieting down, meditating, reviewing, bringing that balance into your life. And balance keeps showing up again and again and again. We want balance. We want to learn how to bring balance into our lives. It's not just about all work and no play. It's not just about play and no work. It's a balance there. You got to learn to balance your life so you can have that equal energy flowing through you, is what I just heard. And then we take those 3 numbers together, you know, the 8 and the 1, which is your 9. And I'm just going to talk about that 9 energy just for a minute, which is about our completions. Many of you, not just me, are completing something. We are in this process of on our way to completing something. Now, before I add up the entire number like Kitty already has, I do want to remind you that as we do move into the end of August, into September, we are in this wrap-up period. We are really working on letting things go so we can end projects, put a period at the end of something, complete something so you can prepare for that transformation. So between now through, I'm going to say October, this is really about getting us ready for what's coming in 2024, 2025, and 2026. So now we add those numbers all together. That 8, 1 is 9, and then we got our 7, and anything 9 adds up to always adds to that same number. So we have our 7 again. So this is that energy. Today's energy is about taking time to quiet down, to reflect, to meditate, to journey through whatever it is you're feeling guided to create. Now, I do want to speak a little bit about the overall energy for the entire month, where we take that energy from the 8 and the energy from the 7, because that's the energy this entire month is going to hold on to, which works out to be a 15. So this month adds up to be a 6. But before I break down that definition to the 6, I like to break down the numbers, that 1 and 5. We know already 1 is about the new way of doing things, being independent, being a leader, being able to take that first step. That 5 energy, again, you've heard Kitty and I say this, oh my God, I can't even tell you how many times I've used this word in 2023, change. There is massive change occurring right in front of you. And if you want to see something different take place in your life, you have to be willing to change something. Every single day, work on changing something. So at the end of all of this, you will have a different outcome. That 6 energy is very much associated with scheduling time to take care of yourself, scheduling time to connect with your body, scheduling time to organize your space. And damn, I've been doing a lot of that in the last 3 days. Very looking forward to that organization being done. Not my favorite part of this process is organizing everything. I like everything to already be organized. If I could just snap my fingers and my little genie can come in and those little fairies can do their work, I'd be really happy right about now. But anyway, so organizing things into the way you want things to be. So we have our body system, we have organization, we have scheduling time. Make sure you put yourself on your schedule to either create, to play, to rest, to move your body, to nurture your body, to fuel your body. All the different ways you want to make sure you schedule yourself on your calendar multiple times in your day. So it's not about, well, I'm just going to be on my calendar at 9 in the morning and that's it. No, multiple times, because there's so much for you to be doing in this healing stage. And I'm going to give the mic back to Kitty. Want to remind ourselves that with this full moon that we have, the super moon in Aquarius, many, including myself, are feeling physical symptoms showing up. Because of this 6 vibration for the entire month, note that your physical symptoms may be amplified, because those physical symptoms are there to help you work on healing something. Whether it's physical symptom, illness, or disease, it's your body's way of reminding you that there's something there that needs healing. There's something there that needs your attention. So take the time to listen to what your body is actually trying to tell you. So by time we do reach the end of August, you would have healed yourself. How's all that for you, Kitty?
Well, and that's why this is called Age of Aquarius, because this is where we're headed. This kind of collective understanding and collective building of the vision of how it is to be a human. And this full moon, all of those things she said is revealed today, little glimpses of it. I did my monthly, and I said to people, take your calendars out and box off some time right now on the 1st, because it gets away from us. And this month is requiring that of you. You know, today there is, I'm going to put my glasses back on. Today there is this trine with Mars, which is very, very precise in Virgo, and our expansion energy, Jupiter, which is in this Taurus, this stabilizing what values, and it wants us to take that precision, that scalpel. That's what this Mars energy is, and figure out, it's mixed in there, what it is I value. Just, you know, we have all this Libra, the golden shadow, wanting us to balance, but it only can balance if we take an action. The scale doesn't balance by not moving, you know, then it's not a scale. The idea is something starts and then I figure out how to balance it. And that's this Aries North Node. Working with this, we got a little glimpse of the Age of Aquarius with that Pluto Aquarian energy. And now it's gone back to the structures in this retrograde. Okay, let's focus the picture of those structures. Focus the pieces of that. That's a little hint today with that that trine that's happening. We also have some flip-flop energy with our Leo, the opposite of Aquarius. What is creative? What it is that we need? What are we putting together? And it's a flip-flop between the vision and me actually, what am I putting together with it? What am I actually creating, that sense of self? You know, the picture, well, how is my piece of that? There's that 7 kind of energy coming up next, that abundance, that flopping back between that focused flow and what's being communicated right now. So all of those things have a little, what's the word I want? Microcosm glimpse today. It's like, you know, the miniature of all of those. There's that energy, which is why people are like, oh my God, what is this? Because it is all of those things that are picking at you, like, yes. And where the resistance are a lot of the other aspects of, there's a belief in here that is not serving me. There is a belief. I have bought into a game, a set of rules that is not mine. And a lot of that is revealed today in action all month, which is exactly why block off some time so that I can really let it synthesize, because by the time we get to Virgo wants us to problem solve and put those things together and build that picture. So
yes, yes. So it is definitely interesting energies.
mm-hmm.
Definitely interesting energies. Yes, yes. And what I keep hearing is fast. That's the word I keep hearing. Fast. It's going to be fast. It's going to be fast. So theoretically, do not blink, because it's going to be fast.
Yes.
We are August 1st. And before you know it, I mean, not to rush August away, but before you know it, we will be talking and saying, oh my God, it's August 15th already. Oh my God, it's August 30th already.
Well, and one of the things that happens this month, we have Mercury going retrograde. We all know that means slow down to listen. And, you know, for technologies, unplug, we have that, of course, that daily Venus already asking us to review, re-examine. We have Saturn, which is not a personal planet every day, but it is a personal planet of the collective, asking us to focus. Top 3 movies in this country are humanitarian movies. You know, kind of focus on what spirit is asking. Where's the flow to keep our structures moving and evolving? And then we're going to have Uranus going retrograde. We will have Neptune retrograde. We will have Pluto retrograde. So we will have those slower moving, more overarching energies that are big shifts all coming through us. So it really is shifting. That's why it's fast and deep.
Mm-hmm. Now, when does Uranus go retrograde?
I knew you were going to ask me that, so I need to look. The 28th of August, it goes retrograde.
Oh, yes.
23rd is Mercury going retrograde, as well as the switch into Virgo. A little bit later. Hear that date, guys. 23rd. It's very early in the morning. It's 5:01 a.m. that the sun moves into Virgo. And then Mercury retrograde starts at 3:59 p.m. So,
yes.
And we also have Mars moving into Libra. So moving into that will to push us away from that south node. That's the energy. That's that energy of Libra wants us to balance, but balance as ourselves, fully ourselves. And in order to do that, we have to take an action. And so having Mars there is really going to be like, you know, one of the reasons to rest is it could get a little feeling like so many changes.
Yes, you can get a little, as my therapist said earlier today, it can either feel to the point where you feel anxious or you feel irritable, because
Right.
it's like and I think a lot of that is because there's so many shifts taking place for us.
Well, that expression, stop the world, I want to get off. We may have some of those moments this month, you know, and having them planned in around. Now I can tell you, like, the 13th is a day of illumination. And look at the light, look at the light, look at the light. Don't say, oh, it illuminated. You know, if you're looking at the dark, it's going to also appear lighter. Look at the light. And, you know, it's a day of illumination. There is a conjunction with our Venus retrograde in the sun, an exact conjunction. And so it is very much about expressing ourselves, our values, those kinds of things. I would be looking at the 14th as being a day to be a little tired, and that's a Monday. So just because there will be ahas going off, and I don't know about you, but after a bunch of ahas, I want a nap.
Yes, yes. I was actually saying a little while ago to my therapist, he asked me what I was going to be doing. I said, I would love to go take a nap. However, couldn't, for many reasons, such as I just did my hair, so my hair is still slightly wet. And I don't like to lay down with wet hair. And then I knew I'd be coming here and playing with Kitty to share insight with each and every one of you. So I was like, can't take a nap because I'm going to wake up feeling foggy, and that's not a good look when I'm here. I'm here to share insight with each and every one of you, not be falling asleep.
And you're under a whole new understanding of how your daily life is being put together. So you've got kind of especially a need to rest and let it kind of sit in. You know, the only experience when you have a new home, anybody out there who's ever had one understands, is time and space to figure out how you live in your new space.
Yes. Well, my big thing right now is looking at the walls and seeing where outlets are. I'm like, okay, so where are all my outlets? Because I need to know where outlets are. I mean, what person walks around the apartment looking for outlets other than me? I'm looking for outlets. I'm like, okay, where are my outlets? Like I have one behind me. I have one in front of me. I'm like, okay, I have another one over there. It's like, okay, so I have a few outlets in my living room / Reiki space. No, but I only have one outlet, well, two outlets that next to each other in my kitchen. And where the outlets are and where my kitchen table is too far apart from each other. So either A, I'm gonna have to go get myself one of those, I don't know, I forget what they call those things, where it's not an extension cord. It's one of those other things that you
multi-plug things, yes.
Yes. I'm assuming I can use that with my laptop. I can plug in. Yeah,
this one, I'm pointing to it because I've got one hanging on the wall, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one of those plugs that's in there is 3 USB plugs. So that's another thing I end up doing. So yes, and my laptop is plugged into it.
Yes. So later I'm going to experiment. When you and I meet with the class with Joe Monkman, I'm going to be in a different space and see how that looks. And I'm just going to try out all my spaces and see what's the best place for me to be until I can get some. I don't know if I'm going to paint the walls, but I'm definitely going to put something up on the walls because all this white energy around me, it's just like, wow. Coming from bright burnt orange wall to white walls. Quite interesting. Yeah. You ready to pull some cards and give some insight for our folks? But before you do, question I have that I'm asking for for anyone who's watching, with this super moon in Aquarius, what can, I don't want to use the word should, what can one do to help them flow through this energy with a little bit more ease? Because again, we've already talked about the fact that we are going to be antsy. That was the word I was looking for before. We're going to be antsy. It could show up as anxiousness. It could show up as irritability. It's definitely going to show up where people are experiencing physical symptoms. I've heard from 3 different people today where they are nauseous. And that nausea, just in case you're not aware, the nausea is just really about being able to digest this energy that's coming through. As every one of us are experiencing an activation. And nausea comes from the solar plexus, which is about trusting where you are. And when you have this much energy going through, sometimes it's a little overwhelming and you're like, oh my God. That seems to be the expression today that I've heard from a lot of people. So how can we all move through this with more ease? What advice, what suggestion would you have for us?
Well, we talked about making sure you have rest.
Yes.
And a daily, maybe just for the month of August, committing to some kind of daily practice, whether it's a meditation, whether it's a walk, whether it's a cup of tea and a scone, sometime all day long where it's just for you to, and you can even journal if that's something you do. If you paint, sometime you set away 10 minutes max, if you have, that is just for you. This is what I'm prioritizing for that time, for that day. So as this information, this 9 energy, this 7 energy is coming to you, it has a place and a space to go. We just talked about this. While you're letting go to make more room, taking the time to let go of, if you notice something in a day where something is activating you, like you're in line and you're tapping your foot and you're being impatient, notice that, so that when you have those, maybe that time to think about it was, Was it important enough for me to spend this energy, or do I want to be a patient person? So I'm going to do some practicing of patience. Do I want to be the person who's in line breathing down somebody's back? I mean, because I want to have a patient space. So it really is finding the time to maybe take an action, take that 10 minutes to pick something you're going to try, something new, some small shift, and then celebrating it. Yay. I think that that's really important this month.
I like that. And as Kitty was sharing what we can do to move through this energy with ease, because again, this energy that we have going, this is not just one day. This is not 2 or 3 days like your usual full moon's energy where we feel this for 3 days before it gets here and then 3 days afterwards. This energy, because it's a super moon, and it does have, again, we said this before, we do have 2 full moons in the month of August. So we are going to feel this energy throughout the entire month, and it's going to spill over into September, October, November, because that's what this energy is about. December as well. Let's not forget December. So this is an ongoing process. So please do what you can so you can enjoy, embrace, and evolve. And I'm laughing in my head because I know that last night, if you do not get if you haven't had a chance to catch Kitty with Joe Monkman, I don't think they have a specific time and day when they get together. Or do you for your
usually it's around the 1st and around the 15th, and it's usually around 8.
There you go. So yes, yeah. And the 2 of them last night shared a lot of words that started with the letter E. So I was just laughing because
an A, yes.
Oh, an A. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I was just laughing because I just mentioned 3 words that had E's to them in my head. Yes. I'm like, oh, this sounds like Joe and Kitty. So as Kitty was sharing about taking care of yourself during this energy, I pulled a card, and our card is Higher Self. And I think that's so perfectly aligned, especially that 11, because Aquarius is associated with the 11th house. It is about you being a master healer. In numerology, that's what 11 is about, the master healer. You are healing yourself during this Aquarius supermoon energy that you have, that we are all going through. You have this ability to connect with your higher self, ask your higher self what guidance you can receive during this time and how that guidance can actually help you to heal. These are healing opportunities. Every one of us are going through a healing opportunity right now. This is not about, well, let's just put a Band-Aid on the situation so we can feel better. Yes, I want to feel better too, but I also understand that by putting a Band-Aid on whatever it is, you don't learn from the experience. And physical symptoms that shows up to help us learn something about ourselves. But please pay attention that if your physical symptom is just really, really overwhelming you, and you do need to take something, please do whatever it is you need to do. Reach out to your physician if whatever it is you're experiencing is overwhelming for you. I definitely do not want you to be uncomfortable. I want you to be a little uncomfortable, but not to the point where it's so uncomfortable that you want to hit your head against the wall. So please reach out to your physician if need be. The color here is all about the crown. It's the purple energy. Purple. See that beautiful purple energy we got going? Crown energy. This is about that connection. And when we connect with our crown energy, it gives us the ability to really tap into a variety of different things, such as our Akasha records. And then it also helps us to really dive into the 5D energy, where I was listening to, his name is Dr. Something. I'm going to write his name down next time, so at least I can what's the word I'm looking for? Reference him. There you go. My Aquarius energy is not working out so well because I should be all in my head with knowledge, but right now it's just overwhelming. So anyway, at nighttime when we sleep, this is when we get a chance to connect with our higher self and move into those higher dimensions, because most of us at night when we sleep cross over. and have these amazing conversations. Now, you may not be aware that you cross over at night and exchange conversations with loved ones, but we all do. And I know I do. I mean, I have evidence that I've crossed over, had conversations, and come back, and I have to share conversations with different people that loved ones have sent me to deliver. So, an opportunity for you to connect with your higher self using this during your sleep state or during your quiet time, working with your crown chakra. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Kitty. Crown chakra, I think we mentioned that Leo energy is crown. Yes, yes, yes. Thank
Yes,
you.
and it's really specific, crown. It's understanding, receiving the information to the heart while
Yes.
grounding yourself being here. So it's really very much an alignment. But yes, that's exactly the Leo energy, that opposite of our Aquarian moon. And they're both fixed energies. They're the workers.
Yes, I
So,
love that. So our very first card, did you pull any?
well, 3 came flying out. So yeah.
Of course. Why would
I like
you not?
So this is Claire Lily's deck. This is Claire Lily. It's called Aunt Lily's Tarot deck.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have the smaller card version, and the 3 that came out absolutely tell a story. So I got the King of Wands, so that energy that is Leo, very male, right? Very much about the king of this Leo energy, who I am, and wands being fire, wands being about the magic, our energy, how we move. Came out with the Queen of Swords. And of course, the Queen of Swords also, swords being more of it's the air energy, still male, but this is the divine feminine of it. This is the receptive. What am I receiving? Again, how am I thinking about my life? Is it aligning with how I want to express my life? How am I balancing? Here we go, Libra. And what we're talking about is a possibility. This change, look at the 5 of Cups, is very emotional. It is emotional change of stepping into my power or sorrow and really experiencing that 5, that change. I am the change that brings the balance to my thoughts and my actions.
I love that. I love
So,
that. So I'm gonna pull one more and see what we get. Ah, I love it. Family. So before we had the 11 energy, which was all about the higher self, now we come into family. Matches the energy of this month, which is that 15, which is 6. So there could very well be, with this super moon in Aquarius, about healing family matters. Because when we're
well,
talking about the heart,
and it's the human family that Aquarius is about. Pam Gregory talked about the frequency of family is this focus, how we move together as human beings, as the human family.
exactly. So we have the heart chakra, which we just spoke on as well, because that Leo energy, not just about the crown, which we had before, drops down into the heart. So really working on the matters of the heart relating to family. And again, 1 in 5, doing something new, sitting with your situation and seeing in a different way. That 5 is change. In order for us to have something new, we have to be willing to change something. So it's all about healing. Whatever family matters, you need to heal. So it's a great energy for that. Love that card. Love
And
it.
it's very interesting because one of the words that is that actually Amy gave me is divine neutrality. Divine neutral is a great guidance this month. Watching what's going on with that family frequency, how divinely being neutral. I'm not here to solve anything but myself, neutrally observing how I am. It's not about judging what I've taken on to do or my vision. It's about being that. And then I tried to pull one card and I got 2. And here's the king and queen again, only it's the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. I can express and receive those emotions that help me manifest the life I am meant to be. I am this life. And very much, you know, in the water, and very proudly, it's that, okay, let's do it right. The expressive and the receptive energy that is, you know, and we just spent all of this time in Cancer understanding the expressiveness of our most receptive energies. So we're ready. Lionsgate, very powerful, folks, this time. This 8 days is very powerful.
Yes, yes. And we are literally in this energy as we speak. We've been in this energy since the 23rd of July. That was actually a gateway. I mean, we can even step it back to go. We've been in this energy since July 7th. That's how far back it goes, and what we are all feeling and experiencing, and these activations, these amplifying what's coming through. And again, I can't stress this enough for everybody out there. When we are being amplified, when we are being activated, it is going to activate and amplify your symptoms. It's going to, because your symptoms are part of your story. Your symptoms are connected to your chakras. So wherever you're experiencing whatever the symptoms are, pay attention to what chakra that is associated with, so you can get a better understanding to what it is you need to take time to heal in the process of releasing that symptom. This is an ongoing process, and your symptoms will be flared up, is what I just heard. This is, you're going to experience this. This is not going to be one of those things where it's just going to go away. And you might be asking, well, am I going to feel this every day? No, you're not going to feel your physical symptoms. Your illness or disease will not be flared up every single day. You will have moments where it's easier, but the days when you do feel it, you're going to feel it. So those are the days where you really want to make sure you're resting. And what I'm hearing really loudly is hydration.
You know, it's funny you should say that, because I'm hearing hydration. Bless your water. We talk about taking the pause. Say, you know, I'm having those symptoms. I'm hydrating my body. I'm sending you a healing water to move whatever the emotions, whatever is exacerbating this symptom. So exactly at the same time, I was hearing that, Joanne.
Exactly. So. And what I'm actually hearing to share with everybody for right now, and it doesn't matter whether you have been attuned or not, I'd like everybody to take your hands and bring them into prayer position, and begin to just warm up your hands by just hovering them up and down. And then just very slowly, I want you to separate your hands just a little bit. If you want to close your eyes here, you can. And just imagine the energy from one hand to the other. As you imagine it or feel it, separate your hands some more. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to take your left hand and place it literally on the center of your chest. And then we're going to take your right hand and place it right on your belly, right above your belly button. This is known as the universal hug in Reiki. And you can just sit with your eyes closed. You don't have to do anything from this point. Reiki goes where Reiki is needed. You could do this for as long as you want, and you could do it anywhere. You could do it as you sit in your car during a red light. Keep your eyes open though. You could do this while you're sitting on the toilet. You could do this while you're laying in bed, just in case you don't think you have time to do this. And a few minutes a day goes a really long way. And what this is doing is helping to clear your chakra system or whatever needs clearing, and just realigning. And whatever color you want to focus on while doing this, feel free to focus on that color and just think about that color expanding, and just bringing that color in and bringing the color back out. And just let's draw a little joy and love into this energy. Embrace it. And you can do this for as long as you like or as short as you like. And we're just going to end this for now. So we're going to bring our hands back into our prayer position right in front of our heart center. Take a moment just to close your eyes and just thank yourself for this time of healing. Thank your team, your spirit team that is. And just think of one thing you are grateful for right now. And then you can just gently open your eyes. And you can do that as often as you like in the course of your day. And again, you can do it as long as you want, as short as you want. It's an effortless act of healing. And it does calm you down right away, especially for those of you who are feeling a little antsy or overwhelmed with all this energy. Kitty, you have anything more you'd like to add?
I like that. You can do that in your 10 minutes or in your couple minutes, in your transitions, blessing your water, remembering to breathe in for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out for 6. Just the out breath a little bit longer. It helps take the autonomic system down and allows us to ground and kind of search for that place of quiet in your body when you close your eyes. And, when those physical symptoms, like I am getting this blurry eyed thing, it's all right. Close my eyes and let them rest, because that's what they're telling me. So
Exactly. So Kitty and I will definitely be back, because we're definitely going to find some time to come back and chat with you about the 8/8 Lionsgate and help you out on that. And of course, we'll be back just in general, because we always have so much to share with each and every one of you. But remember to rest. Take some time out to be still, hydrate, move your body, nourish your body, everything and everything to take care of you. All righty. Till next time. Bye-bye for now.
Namaste.